Okay. So today, what we'll be discussing is how do we access a custom HANA table, right, in a custom schema into your CDS view, right? So normally CDS view can be used as either you can build data sources on top of it, or you can consume them directly, right? So through your BW HANA database, right? So let's say I've got a database here, right? So in this database, there's a custom schema of mine, right? And in this schema, there are various tables like some staging tables and a couple of virtual tables. And there are two, I would say, tables that were imported from a local file, right? So normally you can click on file and say import, and you can import data from local file. So these tables, how do I access them into a CDS view, right? So I've got a CDS view here, for example. So in order to do that, we will need something called table functions, right? So your table functions are very useful in accessing them, right? So I'll just show you the whole process now. So let's create a table function, right? Let's create a fresh table function. Let's name it ZTF HANA, right? You can name it anything you want, and we'll say TF for CDS HANA table access. Okay, and we will create a table function, right? We don't need parameters as such, but yeah. So by default, any table function you create, right, it will be client dependent, right? It will expect a client. There's an annotation called @client, okay, dependent, can say false, so that you can make it client independent, so you don't need the client field. Remove this. Okay, so now we shall go into the schema first, right? We have the schema, so I have this table called Z sales ITM test. So I want this table, so this is a custom table that I imported from file to be accessed into your CDS, right, in your BW system. So what we'll do is we will take some fields, right? So let's say sales order. We'll define the table. We'll only take a few fields so that it's easy to do. So this is numc 10, right? So this is envarchar 10, numc is fine. Sales item is we'll give it numc 2. And maybe we'll take net value, right, which is 17 comma 2, or you can take any field you want, right? You can even take quantity or net value. We'll say net value. We'll only take a few fields so that it's easy to understand. So you have length 17 and 2. Okay, so given its currency, you'll need a currency field as well. So I've got this doc currency, doc currency, abab dot cuky 5. It's 5, right? Yep, it's 5. So we'll take that. So we'll only take these 4 fields, alright? We don't need parameters. We're not taking any parameters as such. And that'll be red, but don't mind that. That is fine. That's a proper annotation. Now we need to create an AMDP class to implement and get your table function, right? So your table function outputs a data source as such, a table, like in simple terms, right? So that for that table we have defined a structure, and in order to access this table, or not this one, sorry, this table, right, in your HANA database, in your own schema, we'll have to use a AMDP class to do that, which will implement this table function. So let's go, let's create a new web app class, right? Which is ZCL TF HANA, and we'll say class for TF table function HANA series. Okay, it's fine. Let's finish it. So I'll just close this for now. I've got everything we need. Now it's a public section. Given this is an AMDP class, you by default need the interface called if AMDP marker, right? Hit control space. So you need this okay, a class that implements at least one AMDP method has to include this interface, right? So this interface is always default, it's important, it's a must, right? Without that you can't implement any AMDP methods, right? And then we'll define a method. We'll say class methods tab transform, or you can give any name, and we'll check tab transform for table function. Okay, for table function, what's the table function name? Our table function name is ZTF HANA. So let's put that. Give a dot. It will say initially that it's not a table function or something like that, but don't mind that, right? If you, now that you have the class, first things first, take the class name, right? Put it here inside the table function. Take your method name. Your method name is tab transform. Put that in your this thing, your table function. Put that. Okay. Activate it. It should, you won't give any error, right? You won't give, it's activated, right? It won't give any error. Now we'll implement the class. So now method, okay, this is your AMDP method. So method, so we are implementing the method tab transform. So you have to give the keyword, or I would say the important line saying by database function for HDB language SQL script. So this is like your indication that it's a AMDP method implementation. Okay, let's also give n method. Okay, so now I'll just show the structure again. So this is your schema, right? The schema is my schema is RH test1. So I have a Z table. Okay, so this is built from a local file. So I have to access this particular table into your class. So what we'll be doing is so we have a class, right? So we'll give the word return. So this will be returning a table, right? So return, select, okay, select what fields do we need? We need sales order, sales item, net value, and doc currency. Is the structure of the table. So let's write sales order, sales item, net value, doc currency from. Now the moment you give from, you can just put a double quote and press control space. and start typing your schema, right? Your schema name is RH test 1. So RH test 1. So you have got your schema, right? Good. And then you can control space, will give you all the tables that are there. So we need Z sales item test, right? We'll take this and put a semicolon. That's it. This error is not from this. This error is for this CDS view, which will be using the table function too. So don't mind that error. Your class is fine. It's perfect. That's activated. Okay, good. Your class is activated. Your table function is also activated. So what we'll now do is we'll open a data preview on the table function, and yes, so now you can see you can even check it if you want. You can do a data preview for the table. Okay, 990210. The net value is 69 USD. 69 USD. Everything is fine, right? Double decimals, 2 decimal places we have given. So you got the data. Now all you need to do is come back to your main CDS view. As select from, just give this table function name, right? Once you do that, okay, yeah, so it is there, right? TF for client is not dependent actually. Okay, client handling is done. You have your sales order, sales item, everything is there. Okay, press control space here, insert all elements. Okay, okay, yeah, so it will ask for specify reference table and field, right? Don't worry about that. It's just like you have to give it, you have to use two annotations. Your semantics currency code true. So your document currency is your currency for the net value, and then uh, another annotation that will say amount. Yeah, amount currency code. So your currency code will be document currency, right? So the error is gone. Activate it. Good, it's activated. So now you have your CDS view with all the data, right? Uh, and this CDS view, maybe you can build another CDS view on top of it, or you can, I mean, yeah, use it as data source, right? So the main aim was to, like, if you have a table in your HANA database, right, in a custom schema that you created, how do you access that into CDS, right? Thank you.